Escaping with my daughter, the CEO's wife went crazy searching. Miss Taylor wants to undergo IVF to have a baby for her white moonlight, Marcus Green, and I refuse. She actually had the bodyguard lock me in a dark room to reflect, then abandoned our 4-year-old daughter, Luna Johnson, and went abroad to carry the pregnancy. 10 months later, she gave birth to the IVF baby as she wished and returned to the country with a face full of happiness. Staring at the empty villa, she suddenly remembered Luna and me, who hadn't caused a scene in 10 months. But she forgot that I have claustrophobia. I died as early as the 3rd day, locked in that little dark room. Luna was beaten to death by those servants because she cried so hard. Heaven have mercy. I've been reborn back to the night my wife suggested trying IVF. Given a second life, I won't hold back again. I'm taking Luna and fleeing this demon who killed us. And I'll make her pay dearly. Sophia, maybe it's better to give up. Inside the villa, his wife's white moonlight. Marcus Green bowed his head, his tone mournful. I don't want my illness to make you two have a hard time. Let me die quietly alone. Sophia Taylor frowned slightly. Treating leukemia requires a bone marrow transplant. Among the current donors, there isn't a match for you. The only way is to have a child. As she said this, she reassured, don't worry. I'll find a way to cure you. But Ethan Johnson looked at me apologetically. If I ask you to have a child via IVF, what will Brother Johnson think of me? Ethan, do you have any objections? Sophia Taylor looked at me, seeming to expect my answer. Seeing this familiar scene, I finally understood. I had been reborn. In my last life, it was because I refused to let Sophia Taylor go to a clinic for IVF that I was locked in a dark room. I have claustrophobia. I beg her desperately to let me out. She pretended not to hear and even left behind a single sentence. When you realize your mistake and stop opposing my rescuing people, I'll let you out. It concerned a man's pride. Of course, I wouldn't give in. But when she left our daughter, Luna Johnson, behind alone, entrusting her to the new nanny, Martha Carter. The first day, I was locked in a little dark room. I vaguely heard Luna crying her heart out, demanding to see her father, thinking that Luna was still so young and no one could take good care of her if she left me. I gave in, but I didn't expect that they would defy Sophia Taylor's orders. Haha. Miss Taylor has already left. Mr. Green instructed us to treat you well, so you'll reflect more deeply. Those bodyguards were actually people arranged by Marcus Green. The next day, I could no longer hear Luna's cries. I was frantic with worry, begging desperately for mercy. I shouted Luna's name loudly, but there was no response. My illness was getting worse, and with no food or water, I was already hallucinating. On the 3rd day, a scream came from the villa. That little girl is dead. What do we do? Don't make any noise. A gruff male voice said, don't let Miss Taylor find out. If she asks, say it was Ethan Johnson who did it. We only let him out because he was having an episode. We didn't expect him to beat his own daughter to death. Anyway, with Mr. Green here, Miss Taylor probably won't ask too many questions. Not until this moment did I realize that all of this was a scheme Marcus Green had played. His leukemia was fake, too. My poor Luna was killed by him and Sophia Taylor. Thinking of this, I could no longer hold on. My illness completely erupted and I died filled with boundless hatred. Remembering this far, my heart still aches so badly I can't breathe. This life, I won't let tragedy happen again. Ethan Johnson. Sophia Taylor frowned slightly, looking a little displeased that I'd been staring blankly for so long. I'm asking you a question. Do you agree that I helped Marcus have a child through IVF? I came back to my senses and looked around for my daughter, Luna Johnson. I saw her hiding between the stair balusters on the 2nd floor, poking her little head out to peek. I immediately breathed a sigh of relief. Then he turned to Sophia Taylor and said calmly, having a child is something you can decide. I have no objections. But unexpectedly, my words only made Sophia Taylor even more displeased. Ethan Johnson. Sophia Taylor's face went ashen. Your wife is going to be a surrogate for someone else's child. How can you not have an opinion on that? Huh? What's going on? Wasn't it you who wanted to try IVF to save your white-haired love? Wouldn't it be better if I had no objections? Why are you still angry? Could it be that you're looking for an excuse to lock me in the little dark room again? Thinking this, a cold sweat broke out all over me. No, absolutely not. We can't let her find any excuse. Then what do you suggest? I'll do whatever you say. Ethan Johnson thought for a moment and came up with a relatively better answer. Sophia Taylor heard that and stared at me fixedly. She seemed to be trying to see from my face whether I was lying. Of course, I lied. But I had to lie. I didn't want to be reborn only to die again. The atmosphere fell into a stalemate. After a long silence, Sophia Taylor didn't seem to notice anything unusual. Only her expression was very poor. Marcus, about having a child via IVF. I can help you find a surrogate. Sophia Taylor looked at Marcus Green and said lightly, you don't have to worry about the money. I'll pay. Then she explained to me, Marcus and I grew up together. I really couldn't bear to just watch him go. Marcus Green heard this and his expression darkened somewhat, but he didn't dare say much. Thank you, Sophia. Marcus Green suddenly burst into tears of gratitude. This is for the best. You won't have to suffer. And Brother Johnson won't be angry. Why get better? I'll work hard to earn money and pay you back. No need. Sophia Taylor raised her hand to stop him. Consider me repaying you for saving me with all your might. Marcus Green even saved Sophia Taylor. Why haven't I heard her mention it? It's just Sophia Taylor's attitude today. Why is it different from my previous life? Could she be put on a show for me? It should be. In any case, quickly taking Luna and fleeing from this demon is the best choice. Tomorrow is Luna's birthday. Let's go to the amusement park as a family. Marcus Green's matters were taken care of, and Sophia Taylor turned to me with an expectant look. I always felt that after being reborn, Sophia Taylor seemed to have changed. In a last life, she didn't acknowledge me as her husband, and she didn't even acknowledge her own daughter, Luna. Her favoritism for her first love would never change. Now, doing all this, what is it for? Hey, Auntie, just as I was thinking about how to answer, Luna's cautious voice came from upstairs. Why? You really are willing to take Luna to the amusement park? Sophia Taylor's face flickered with a trace of pain at those words, but she still forced a smile and said, Of course I'm your mother, so of course I have to stay with you. Mom, her daughter called softly. She pressed her little lips tightly together, tears filling her big eyes, her small face full of disbelief. All these years, Sophia Taylor never let Luna call her mom. I know how desperately she longed to one day utter the two words, Mom. Sophia Taylor smiled and stepped forward, intending to embrace Luna. Sophia Taylor. I was very nervous, fearing she might do something to Luna. So, I stepped in front of my daughter. Luna was clinging tightly to my thigh as well, timidly hiding behind me. Husband, Sophia Taylor's expression was somewhat complicated. I just want to hug Luna. Hearing the two words, husband, my heart couldn't help but tremble. In my previous life, she never called me that until the day I died. If I hadn't died so painfully in that last life, maybe I would have believed her. Daddy. Luna looked up expectant and asked me, is what Annie said true? Luna, I'm your mother. I hadn't spoken yet when Sophia Taylor panicked. How can you call her Andy? I snorted inwardly. Wasn't it you, Sophia Taylor, who set the rules? No telling others that I'm your husband. No telling others that Luna is your daughter. When Luna was a toddler learning to talk, the first word she said was, Mama, how did you do it? You had the servant lock Luna in the room and cry herself unconscious. Fortunately, I got home in time. Otherwise, Luna would have been dead already. Huntai. Luna fought back tears and hurriedly knelt down to beg for mercy. I'm sorry, Luna. Shouldn't have called you Mom just now. Luna was wrong. Please, Annie, don't punish me. Watching this scene, my heart grew even more filled with hatred for Sophia Taylor. How venomous-hearted must she be to make a child so terrified? She was clearly Luna's biological mother. Yet, Sophia Taylor's face went deathly pale. Her lips moved as if she wanted to explain something. In the end, she couldn't say anything. She reached out her hands again, but Luna drew back in fear. Sophia Taylor paused, looked up at me with a pleading expression in her eyes. I ignored her, picked up Luna, and comforted her softly. Luna, don't be afraid. Daddy is here. Luna, sensible, cuddled into my arms, and sobbed silently. She didn't dare cry, especially not in front of Sophia Taylor. Miss Taylor. I glanced at Sophia. Taylor Cooley, thank you for still remembering Luna's birthday. You have an important project to discuss tomorrow, so I won't trouble you. Sophia Taylor's face went pale as she hurried to explain. I can drop the project. Hearing Sophia Taylor say that I had a strong premonition. Sophia Taylor really is different from last life. But no matter what, the things she has done to my daughter and me over the years can never be changed. She doesn't love us. That's a fact. Dad. After a while, Luna tugged to my collar. Tomorrow's my birthday. Will Aunt really be with me? She will. Before I could answer, Sophia Taylor replied urgently. No matter how important things are tomorrow, I'll be with Luna. Seeing Luna's expectant sly smile. A complex expression flitted across my face. Then I'll trouble Miss Taylor. In the end, I agreed. After all, Luna's wish was simply to have her mother accompany her for her birthday. Sophia Taylor's tense expression finally relaxed. Honey, Luna. Sophia Taylor seemed to be in a good mood. I'm going to take Marcus to the hospital now and get ready for the IVF. I'll be back early. Let's have dinner together. Okay. Saying that, she placed a kiss on both Luna's and my foreheads. Luna tensed all over as if she couldn't believe it. Okay. I didn't resist either, afraid she'd notice I was about to leave and something else would go wrong. Sophia Taylor was very pleased. She grabbed Marcus Green and was about to leave. Just as she reached the door, she seemed to remember something and hurriedly pulled her hand back. Let's go. I've already had my secretary contact the surrogate. As she left, she turned back to glance at us once more, wearing a gentle smile I had never seen before. Daddy, after Sophia Taylor left, my daughter returned to normal. Aunt Taylor, what's wrong with her? I didn't reply because I didn't know either what on earth Sophia Taylor was up to. Daddy, Luna doesn't want to live here anymore. Luna is scared. Luna's small hands clutched the hem of her clothes so tightly. And she asked me cautiously. Can we leave here, please? My heart gave a sudden jolt. Could it be that Luna has already seen through my intention to leave? Luna, I wore a grave expression. Tell Dad, why do you want to leave here? Daddy, Luna had a really scary nightmare. Luna's voice trembled a little. Luna dreamed that Daddy was locked in a little dark room and Luna couldn't find Daddy. The uncles and aunts wouldn't let Luna eat. And they hit Luna. Luna is so hungry it hurts. Luna will never cry again and won't make uncle and aunt angry anymore. My heart jolted violently. I suddenly clamped my hand over Luna's mouth. Luna, no, it's not true. It was just a nightmare. I was completely unaware. My body was shaking badly and tears gushed out like a breached dam. Luna has been reborn, too. She was just too little and couldn't understand what had happened, thinking she'd only had a terrible nightmare. But Luna lifted her little head, fighting back tears. Luna feels so much pain. Can we? Okay. I scooped up my daughter. We're leaving here right now. Saying that, I took Luna up to the second floor and packed our things. Actually, Luna and I didn't have much. 2 suitcases would hold everything. I took our IDs and bank cards and packed the rest. Things we wouldn't need into the trash. No matter what trick Sophia Taylor is playing right now, what I have to do is escape this den of demons. Oh, and I also signed the divorce agreement that Sophia Taylor personally had me sign 5 years ago. She said that if one day she wanted a divorce, I should just obediently sign and not ask any questions. This time it actually came in handy. She should be happy, I suppose. Mr. Johnson, what are you doing? As I lifted my suitcase and pulled Luna preparing to go out, the nanny Martha Carter stepped forward. It's like this. Mr. Green is coming over tonight. So Luna and I are moving to the old house for the night to avoid making Martha Carter suspicious. I lied. Mr. Green needs peace and quiet and Luna and I would disturb his rest. Hearing that Marcus Green would come over that night, Martha Carter didn't ask any more questions. She just shook her head and muttered softly. I don't know what Miss Taylor is thinking, leaving Mr. and Miss Johnson alone and going to accompany that Mr. Green. After speaking, she turned and walked into the kitchen. Luna and I exchanged a smile, secretly letting out a sigh of relief. Stepping out the villa gate, I glanced back at the home I'd lived in for 5 years, my thoughts turning. Sophia Taylor and I met 5 years ago in a small bar. At that time, I was singing regularly at a small bar just to keep myself busy so I wouldn't think about the woman in my heart. At that time, Sophia Taylor was aloof, domineering, and reclusive with a perpetual trace of sorrow between her brows, drinking alone. She requested many songs, but she didn't really listen to them. Her eyes were fixed only on the liquor on the table. For several nights in a row, it was the same. Out of concern, I went to offer a drink during the intermission. She didn't refuse. Instead, she looked at me with burning intensity. Her gaze made me a little uncomfortable, so I apologized proactively. "I'm sorry. I was a bit reckless." "No." Sophia Taylor gave me an exquisitely beautiful smile. "Sit down and have a couple of drinks." I agreed. By the time the drinking ended, she took my hand. "Will you marry me? I will always treat you well." That night, I was conquered by her domineering ways. The next day, we went to get our marriage certificate. A month later, she was pregnant. I quit my job as a bar singer and devoted myself to taking care of her at home. Later, I found out she married me because her first love, Marcus Green, posted on social media that he was getting married. So, she married me out of spite. I brought up divorce, but then she discovered she was pregnant. After giving birth to Luna, I never brought it up again until her first love returned to the country and she went to accompany him for a month. I angrily brought up divorce, but she became even more extreme, not even coming home. When she returned, she proposed using IVF to have a baby with Marcus Green. I didn't agree, so she killed Luna and me together. Thinking about it makes it hurt so much I can't breathe. Fortunately, Luna and I were both reborn and we still have a chance to live our own lives. Farewell forever, Sophia Taylor. I hope you know what's good for you and stop bothering Luna and me. After I left, I didn't call a ride-hailing car. I hailed a taxi instead. "Driver, are you going to Santa Barbara County, California?" I asked politely. "Brother, you're not joking, are you?" The driver smiled. "You want to take a taxi to a small county over 1,000 kilometers away?" I nodded seriously. "Price is negotiable." Seeing I wasn't joking, the driver looked me and Luna over carefully once more. He then called his wife to inform her. And only after that did he ask, "Brother, meter fare or flat rate?" "Pick it as a fixed price." I don't want to waste more words. If Sophia Taylor comes back and finds that she and Luna are gone, she'll definitely search the whole city. Her domination and arrogance wouldn't allow Luna and me to slip out of her control. Going there isn't cheap. It's close to $3,000, but I can't take clients when I come back. So, I'll charge you $5,000. The driver thought for a moment and quoted a price. "I'll give you $10,000. I took out my phone and transferred the money, but I have one request. This request wasn't excessive. I just wanted the driver to switch cars after dropping me off at the New York airport. The taxi driver immediately looked at me with a weary expression. "Don't worry, I'm not a trafficker." I shook my head helplessly. "Luna, explain it to Uncle." "Uncle." Luna spoke in a cute babyish voice. "This is my dad. My mom doesn't want us to go back to our hometown to see Grandma. So, we lied and said we were going on a trip and had Uncle switch cars. If she can't find out, she won't be angry." The driver was half convinced. I had no choice but to take out the household register and show it to him. "Huh? Your wife? His name's Sophia Taylor." The driver looked astonished. "She even has the same name as Miss Taylor from the Taylor Group." I smiled and said nothing. "Don't worry, brother. I'll have my wife drive our family car to the curb by the New York airport to wait for us." The driver dispelled my doubts and started the car quickly. "Kids, sit tight. We're off." Ding. A voice message arrived on WeChat. "Husband, I'm done here. Coming back right away." It was from Sophia Taylor. I didn't block her. I just logged out of WeChat chat, then took out the SIM card and threw it away. Goodbye, New York. As expected, when we were about to reach the New York airport, there was a bend in the road where there were no cameras. A black car with its hazard lights almost parked at the roadside. After quickly switching cars, we set off toward our destination, Santa Barbara County, California. The scenery along the way was beautiful, and Luna watched happily. After a day and a night of travel, we finally arrived in Santa Barbara County. I bought a used three-wheeler and drove toward my old home. Looking at the somewhat dilapidated but clean and tidy old house before me, I felt very moved. After my parents passed away a few years ago, I went to New York, and I never expected someone would help clean up. When they saw me return, the townspeople all greeted me warmly, which moved me to tears. They kept praising their daughter for being sensible and well-behaved. I wasn't worried that Sophia Taylor would come looking because she had no idea where my hometown was. But just to be safe, Luna and I both changed our household registrations and took the opportunity to apply for new names. I was going to erase both myself and Luna completely from this world. Everything went smoothly. 10 days later, Luna and I had both changed our names. My name is now Ethan Johnson, meaning I have a second chance at life. Since Luna has to go to school after all, her name is Luna Johnson. Luna means moonlight, representing a new beginning and hope and symbolizing that she is as precious and beautiful as moonlight. 1 month later, we moved into the old house that had been redecorated. Every day after dropping Luna off at kindergarten, I focus entirely on creating. Occasionally, I go tend to the vegetables I planted. But not long after I went to the field, an unexpected guest arrived at the house. "Ethan, your wife is here." My old childhood buddy from the same village, Jake Miller, he hurriedly came to the vegetable field to call me. Wife could be Sophia Taylor came. My heart skipped a beat. I didn't have time to water the vegetables or deal with the stunning Jake Miller. I sprinted toward the kindergarten. Seeing my daughter at school, the knot in my chest finally eased. When school let out, I picked up my daughter, intending to leave the village immediately. But to my shock, my idiot friend Jake Miller actually brought someone along. I froze when I saw who had arrived. Many words stuck in my throat. I couldn't speak. "I say, Ethan, why did you run off so fast?" Jake Miller kept complaining. "Your wife has been waiting for you ages." I ignored him and was just wondering how she could have come to this place. "Are you all right?" The newcomer's lips curved slightly, the smile like a spring breeze on that already perfect face. It was hard to hide the excitement and joy of their reunion. I didn't dare look at her. I didn't know how to answer. "Ethan, what's going on with you?" Jake Miller couldn't stand it and pulling me aside whispered, "Your wife, she's not only damn beautiful, she's especially filial. You've been away these past few years and she's been the one helping to sweep your house. Every time she comes, she brings so many things and gives them out to the villagers." Saying this, Jake Miller jabbed me again. "You kid, you're doing well now. See that big road? She says, you paid to have it built. See that elementary school? She says, you donated to build it." Jake Miller's words left me utterly stunned. "All of this, did you do it?" I looked at the woman with complicated eyes. "Olivia Lewis." "Yeah, since you haven't had time to come back, I drop by from time to check on things. I didn't expect to see you." Olivia Lewis was the same as ever, always wearing a comforting smile. "Daddy, who is this pretty, Andy?" Just then, my daughter suddenly smiled and asked me, "Ahem?" I felt a little embarrassed but had to introduce her. "Her name is Olivia Lewis. She's Daddy's classmate. You can call her Annie Olivia." Olivia Lewis, my college classmate and my first love. At that time, we were very much in love. We had agreed to stay in New York after graduation and work hard together. Once we had saved enough for a down payment on a house, we'd get married. But later, she suddenly disappeared. I looked for her for a long time, but couldn't find her. Just as I was about to call the police, I received a warning from her parents, Mr. Lewis and Mrs. Lewis, who sent people. They offered me $500,000 to leave Olivia Lewis. I refused. Her parents then used various methods to coerce me. Later, I found out that she was a daughter of New York high society, returning to enter into an arranged marriage. Truly someone I could never hope to reach. Disheartened, I started singing regular gigs at a bar, tried to keep myself busy so it wouldn't hurt so much. The day after I slept with Sophia Taylor, I learned that nationally watched engagement had been called off. They said the woman had absolutely refused and unilaterally canceled the betrothal. After that time, I never heard any news of Olivia Lewis again. I didn't expect that over the years whenever she had free time, she would come clean here. No wonder it was so tidy. Want to go home and have a simple meal?" My throat moved and in the end I blurted out that abrupt sentence. "Go home." Olivia Lewis heard those two words. Her emotions suddenly spiraling out of control as she ran wildly toward me. Then she threw her arms around me, crying tears of joy. "Hero Ethan. I've been waiting to hear those words for 5 years. Hero Ethan." A name both strange and familiar. Olivia Lewis walked into my house, looking at the repaired house. A happy smile finally appeared on her face. It was different from the gentle smile she had before. Hero Ethan. Olivia Lewis held Luna and watched me cook from behind. I thought you wouldn't come back, so I didn't dare touch this house. Hero Ethan is Olivia Lewis's personal name for me. She said, I must guard our love like Pancake Man or Spider-Man guard humanity. If anyone obstructs us, smash them with one hammer. It's fine. I should be the one thanking you. I smiled slightly. After all these years, if you hadn't been there to protect it, it probably would have collapsed long ago. The dishes were quickly served. At the table, Olivia Lewis several times wanted to speak, but stopped. Is there something you want to ask? I smiled slightly. Olivia Lewis seemed very nervous. All these years I've been waiting for you. A strange tightness seized my heart and I didn't reply. In fact, the day I moved into Sophia Taylor's villa after she confirmed her pregnancy, I saw Olivia Lewis. At that time, she had intended to come forward and acknowledge me. But I couldn't forgive her for leaving without a word, nor could I accept her identity as a New York high society heiress. I felt unworthy of her, so I pretended to rub Sophia Taylor's small belly and did my best to be good to her. Olivia Lewis froze in place, the joy in her eyes gradually turning to despair as she stared intently at me and Sophia Taylor. After that, she came near the villa almost every day, standing there for half the day, staring blankly at the villa. After her daughter was born, she was never seen again. I didn't expect that she was still waiting for me now. But now everything has changed, and I am even less deserving of her love. I opened my mouth, intending to say something, but no words came out. Daddy. At that moment, my daughter suddenly spoke in a babyish voice. Olivia, Mom loves you very, very much. I paused with my chopsticks and quietly glanced at Olivia Lewis. Her face flushed with embarrassment as she hurriedly served food to her daughter. Sweetie, Mommy, Olivia loves you, too. You need to eat more. Okay, The daughter nodded vigorously. Mommy Olivia, you keep going, too. I smiled helplessly. Children, speak without restraint. Don't be upset. Olivia Lewis's ears flushed bright red. She pressed her lips together lightly and didn't speak for a long time. It seemed she had made a great decision before she spoke. Hero Ethan, over the years, I've actually been watching you. If you're doing well, I'll be happy. If you're not, I'll be worried for you. Hearing that, my heart trembled for no reason. I can feel her deep love, but right now I'm especially afraid. Afraid that Sophia Taylor will hurt my daughter. Emile, apart from Olivia Lewis expressing affection in an unsatisfactory way, was still fairly enjoyable. Mainly because of my daughter, this little bundle of joy. Our relationship was able to warm up quickly. Hero Ethan, can I stay here for a while? After dinner, Olivia Lewis brought up the idea of staying for a few days. I hesitated for a moment, but in the end, I agreed. In the days that followed, there was no news from Sophia Taylor, and I felt much more at ease. Olivia Lewis, meanwhile, helps me pick up and drop off her daughter every day, digs and plants vegetables, washes clothes, and cooks, does everything. Whether she is now a lady of New York high society or not, she is still the same person she used to be, unchanged. The elders and townspeople all praised me for having married such a beautiful, virtuous, hardworking, and wealthy wife. I gradually came to accept Olivia Lewis's kindness toward me, especially my daughter, who kept calling me Mom, a happiness I had never felt before. She even egged Olivia Lewis on to make a move on me. But the good times didn't last long. After staying for 2 months, Olivia Lewis had an urgent family matter and needed to return home to deal with in person. We had barely been gone 2 days when a group of people suddenly showed up at the door. Sophia Taylor. Seeing them, I felt a sudden, intense chill run through my whole body. How'd she find this place? What is her purpose for coming here? Husband Sophia Taylor, eyes brimming with tears, walked toward me cautiously. Why did you leave me without saying a word? I've missed you and Luna so much during this time. Not having seen each other for over 3 months, Sophia Taylor had grown noticeably haggard, losing the gloss of a top New York CEO. There was even a streak of silver at her temple. Her assistant, Emma Wilson, and the bodyguards behind her all wore faces of relief. My mouth opened slightly, but I couldn't get a single word out. Husband. Seeing me remained silent. Sophia Taylor stepped forward and took my hand. Are you still angry with me? When she said that, I saw Sophia Taylor's expression deeply guilty and full of remorse. Miss Taylor, I'm not blaming you. I smiled faintly. I just feel that Luna's and my presence would affect your relationship with Marcus Green. Sophia Taylor stammered. I only wanted to repay a past kindness. It's not what you think. You're hesitating, I said lightly. At my words, Sophia Taylor's face turned deathly pale. She staggered and nearly fell. Fortunately, the assistant behind her, Emma Wilson, was quick-eyed and quick-handed and caught her. Mr. Johnson. Emma Wilson glared at me, her tone very hostile. Do you have any idea how Miss Taylor has been living these past few months? Emma, don't say that. Sophia Taylor shook her head, signaling Emma Wilson not to speak out of turn. No. Emma Wilson disobeyed orders for the first time. I have to speak today. Mr. Johnson. Emma Wilson was indignant. You left with Luna without a word. Miss Taylor is nearly insane. We've searched all over New York, even across the whole country. Have you noticed Miss Taylor hasn't been able to sleep day or night? Her hair has turned white from it. How can you still be so leisurely and relaxed here enjoying yourself? I did think Sophia Taylor would come looking for me, but it was probably to satisfy her perverse possessiveness. But I really didn't expect that after she found me, she wouldn't explode in rage like I'd imagined. Instead, she seemed afraid of losing me, tried to explain something to me. So, I cast a cool glance at Emma Wilson. After being married so many years, you still can't find my hometown. That single remark left Emma Wilson speechless. Husband. Sophia Taylor stepped forward, eyes blur with tears. I really know I was wrong. I never understood you before. I treated Luna badly. Can I change for the better? Please don't abandon me. Okay. I looked at Sophia Taylor's humble appearance, a complex feeling stirring in my heart. But remembering that in my previous life, she was the one who caused the deaths of Luna and me. I wanted nothing more than to kill her. Unfortunately, a society governed by law doesn't allow me to do that. Also, for my daughter, I cannot go to prison. Sophia Taylor. I looked at Sophia Taylor. My eyes filled only with endless coldness. Did you ever love me? Sophia Taylor nodded without hesitation, her voice urgent. Husband, of course, I love you. You're my husband. If I don't love you, who would I love? Huh? I chuckled. The divorce agreement has already taken effect. We're divorced now. Please have some self-respect. You Sophia Taylor trembled all over. Then can you tell me why you insisted on divorcing me? Was it really because you were jealous of Marcus Green? I don't want to explain myself about this, but for future peace, I have to make it clear. So, I want to talk to her alone. Sophia Taylor. Sitting in a room, I poured a glass of plain water. There are some things I think I need to make clear to you. I know you've always had someone else in your heart. I thought if I tried hard enough, I could move you. But it wasn't until Marcus Green came back that I realized feelings can't be won through effort alone. Whether it's 3 years, 5 years, or 10, 100 years, it's all the same. Sophia Taylor. The way you love someone is obvious, isn't it? Sophia Taylor's eyes filled with tears and she shook her head weakly. Husband, it's not like that. I admit at first I wanted to use you to provoke Marcus Green, but over these 5 years I've long fallen in love with you. I was a bit helpless, but what needed to be said still had to be said. That's not love. Sophia Taylor, you're only used to the care I give you. Used to everything I do for you. Used to a dog you can control. My words weren't harsh at all because I was afraid of angering her. After all, the bodyguards outside are not to be trifled with. If pushed too far, desperate dogs will inevitably try anything. No, that's not it. Sophia Taylor tried hard to explain. I know you're jealous and left because of Marcus Green, aren't you? Don't worry. I've already cut off all ties with him. Can you come home with me now? I didn't expect that Sophia Taylor would be willing to sever ties with Marcus Green. In her previous life, she would never have done this. How many different ways do I have to say for you to understand? I was a little hysterical. The problem between us is not Marcus Green at all. It's that you simply don't love me and you don't love Luna either. So, I'm divorcing you. Shouldn't you be happy? Sophia Taylor went deathly pale, tears pouring out like a breached dam, choking as she said. It's not like that. The moment I saw the divorce papers, every day since has been agonizing. At the beginning of our marriage, I couldn't swallow my pride. I said harsh things to you, was mean to you, arrogant because I wanted to get your attention. It was my first time being a mother. I didn't know how to love Luna. I was afraid, so I was also running away. But I never meant for things to turn out this way. I truly regret it. I regret hurting you and Luna like that. Honey, please forgive me. Will you take Luna home? I promise I'll make it up to both of you. Those words plunged me into deep doubt. I don't know if it's just my imagination, but I feel like Sophia Taylor might have been reborn, too. But she has never died before. How could she be reborn? Even if she had died, she loved Marcus Green so much and was willing to bear a child for him. How could she ever bear to sever ties? Sophia Taylor, we're divorced. I looked at Sophia Taylor with a serious face. You don't love me. That's a fact. Can we let each other go? And besides, Luna is very happy living here. As her mother, can you let her grow up happily? Sophia Taylor hurriedly wiped her tears. Honey, if you and Luna like it here, then I'll stay, too. The family together. Please don't leave me alone again. Okay. I'm really scared of losing you and Luna. I don't know why Sophia Taylor has become like this, but I know that she didn't love me and Luna before. That's a fact that can't be changed. Sophia Taylor, Luna, and I will only be happy if we leave you. Do you understand? I finally couldn't hold back and said this directly. Sophia Taylor's face turned deathly pale, as if all the strength had been drained from her body, and she collapsed to the ground. Just then, Emma Wilson's anxious voice sounded outside the door. Marcus Green, what are you doing? Let go of Luna. Oh no, Luna is in trouble. I rushed into the yard and just saw Marcus Green holding a kitchen knife, blocking Luna, who still had her large school bag on her back. Marcus Green, what are you trying to do? I trembled as I pointed at Marcus Green. If you have something to settle, take it out on me. Don't touch my daughter. Sophia Taylor forced herself forward and stood between us and him. Marcus Green, I am the one who is severing ties with you. Take it out on me if you must. I hadn't expected Sophia Taylor, who usually disliked Luna and me, to stand so resolutely on our side this time. Sophia Taylor. Marcus Green's face was full of rage and hatred. You would flame me alive for a worthless man and a little girl. Haha. Then I'll let you feel once again what despair is. After saying that, he raised the kitchen knife high and stabbed toward Luna. I didn't even have time to think. My body shot forward like a cannonball. But how could I possibly be faster than a falling blade? I'm 5 m away from Marcus Green and can't run over. All I feel is my scalp tingling, my eyes burning, my heart bleeding. No, I lived again. Wasn't staying far away from Sophia Taylor supposed to be so I could live properly? But why would heaven treat Luna and me like this? Stop. At the critical moment, a sharp feminine voice came from ahead. Marcus Green involuntarily stopped what he was doing and turned to look. Olivia. Olivia Lewis. Marcus Green. The person who had come was Olivia Lewis, followed by a group of bodyguards. Her pretty face was filled with icy anger. If you so much as lay a hand on Luna, I swear I will torment you for the rest of your life. You won't even be able to die. Upon hearing this, Marcus Green's face turned ashen. I know he bears hatred towards Sophia Taylor, but I don't know why he is so afraid of Olivia Lewis. After a few seconds of confrontation, Marcus Green suddenly laughed aloud. Olivia Lewis, I really didn't expect that you, a distinguished young lady of New York high society, would also stand up for this trash. If I don't touch this little girl, fine. You and Sophia Taylor, both of you, let me have my fun. Then perhaps I'll consider letting this little girl go. How about that? Marcus Green had gone mad. Fine. Olivia Lewis and Sophia Taylor answered in unison. My face darkened. I clenched my hands tightly. I didn't know whether the two of them truly wanted to or if it was to save Luna, but I knew that at that moment I hated myself intensely. Useless. Marcus Green, you've been chasing me all these years. Wasn't it just because you wanted me to marry you? Olivia Lewis coaxed gently. If I marry you, spare Luna. You're lying. Marcus Green shook his head wildly. You never intended to marry me. The only one you love is Ethan Johnson. You haven't looked at me properly in all these years. How could you marry me now? So, he wasn't a fool after all. I glanced back at Sophia Taylor. She now knows that the woman she has always idolized is actually in love with Olivia Lewis. I wonder what she'll make of that. Marcus Green, Olivia Lewis said with a chill on her face. Release her while I still haven't changed my mind. Otherwise, I won't mind tormenting you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm capable of. Marcus Green's expression went pale once again. Then looking at me with a face full of disappointment, he said, Ethan Johnson, I didn't expect you to win after all, but I won't accept this. Even if I die, I won't let you have an easy time. Having said that, he raised the knife and was about to stab at his daughter's chest. My heart leaped and without thinking, I rushed forward, but a figure beside me flashed past in front of me, moving at an absurdly fast speed. Before everyone in the room could react, the sound of bodies colliding rang out. Immediately afterward, screams and curses came. Sophia Taylor. Are you crazy? That shadow. It was Sophia Taylor. How could she possibly be faster than me? At that moment, another figure rushed over, kicked Marcus Green in the crotch, then scooped the daughter up out of danger. It was Olivia Lewis. Luna, are you okay? I finally rushed to my daughter's side and quickly checked her body. Fortunately, apart from minor scratches, Luna had no other wounds. Dad, I'm Fina. Luna was very calm. She never cried from start to finish and softly comforted me. The group of bodyguards Sophia Taylor brought quickly subdued Marcus Green, who was bent over on the ground wailing. At that moment, Emma Wilson's frightened voice sounded. Miss Taylor, how are you? Why are you bleeding so much? Quick, take Miss Taylor to the hospital. Everyone panicked, picking up Sophia Taylor and preparing to leave. Who spun? Sophia Taylor struggled to crawl to my side, her voice sounding weak. Luna, is Luna okay? I nodded numbly. At that moment, I saw Sophia Taylor's tense expression finally relax, her pretty face immediately turned deathly pale. Only then did I notice a fruit knife tucked into Sophia Taylor's waistband. It was still bleeding incessantly. You hurt? I felt a bit restrained but still asked with concern. After all, she had risked everything to save Luna. It deserved an extra question from me. Oh, husband, I'm sorry. Can you and Luna forgive me? Sophia Taylor forced the words out and looked at Luna and me with pleading eyes. Let's go to the hospital first. I didn't reply immediately. Luna just looked at Sophia Taylor with a complex expression. I could clearly see that Sophia Taylor looked very desolate, as if she had suddenly aged many years. Perhaps the injury was very severe. After she spat out a mouthful of blood, she fainted. Emma Wilson dared not linger any longer and told the bodyguard to drive straight to Santa Barbara County Town Hospital. Luna, you scared me to death. Olivia Lewis cried with joy. Her eyes full of the relief of surviving a disaster. Mom Olivia, Luna is fine. The daughter hugged Olivia Lewis and gently wiped the tears from Olivia Lewis's face. Seeing that Luna hadn't been frightened, the anxiety I had been holding finally eased. Ethan Johnson. At that moment, the subdued Marcus Green looked miserable. I originally didn't want to hurt your daughter. If you didn't want to hurt my daughter, why did you kidnap her to threaten me? And besides, you tried several times to kill Luna. I don't understand why he still tries to excuse himself even now. Maybe he only came up with excuses because he knows he can't escape the law. Whether you believe it or not, seeing I didn't speak, Marcus Green gave a wry smile and said, no matter how much of a bastard I am, I could never have killed a child. The mistakes I've committed, I still haven't atoned for in this life. I was born to pay with my life. I'm just unwilling. If I had another chance, would the ending be any better? But I still lost. Saying this, Marcus Green's expression hardened and a mouthful of blood spurted from his lips. In my last life, I only wanted to make you suffer a little. I didn't mean to hurt you. Ethan Johnson Luna E. I am sorry. His voice was ragged, like something was clogging his throat. After he finished speaking, Marcus Green's head lolled to the side. He was dead. You really got off easy. Olivia Lewis's pretty face was full of coldness. Then with a gentle expression, she picked up Luna. Luna, Mommy Olivia will take you to the hospital for a checkup. Okay. Okay. Luna nodded, then added, Daddy has to go, too. Our family should stay together. Olivia Lewis's face flushed and she turned, looking at me expectantly. I smiled slightly, stepped forward, and picked up Luna. Olivia Lewis naturally hooked her arm through mine. Are you all right? I shook my head and asked, why did you suddenly come back? Olivia Lewis's expression was somewhat awkward. After hesitating for a long time, she finally said, "I went back to look for Marcus Green, but he escaped. I guess he must have come with Sophia Taylor, which is why I hurried back. I didn't expect to be just one step too late." I was a bit puzzled and asked casually, "What do you want him for?" "To make him disappear completely." Olivia Lewis said this with boundless hatred. I didn't ask any more. I just held Luna and got into Olivia Lewis's luxury car heading to the hospital. The town doctor, Dr. James Harris, did a brief check and said there was nothing wrong. We also went to see the only psychologist for a consultation. They also said Luna's emotions were good and she wasn't too affected. I was thinking Luna and I have both died once. Maybe we're no longer afraid. Dr. Harris, did you hear?" A nurse's voice came from the doorway. "The severely injured woman they brought in earlier has been transferred." Dr. Harris nodded. "The town's medical facilities are limited. If we don't transfer her," I'm afraid he didn't finish the sentence, but we all knew the outcome. "If she doesn't receive effective emergency treatment, Sophia Taylor will die. Let's go." I was holding Luna. Olivia Lewis had her arm linked through mine and we left the hospital. When we got home, many police officers were already gathered in the yard and a white sheet covered something on the ground. The police came up to question me and took a statement. I didn't hide anything and told it all, every last detail. "Huh? I feel like I've seen this person before." Luna's kindergarten teacher suddenly spoke up. "He's been playing with Luna these past few days. At first, I thought he was a kidnapper, but Luna knew him, so I thought he was your friend." Hearing that, I suddenly felt ice cold all over. Marcus Green arrived these past few days, and Luna didn't tell me. The Marcus Green who killed us in the last life actually sought her out. "Dad." Luna reached out her little hand and tugged at my sleeve, whispering an explanation. "He said he wronged me and Dad his past life, so he has to make it up this time, and he wants me to act with him. He also said that after he dies, I should burn a letter to tell him whether Aunt Sophia and Mom Olivia will be sad. I don't know whether Sophia Taylor and Olivia Lewis will be sad, but I hate Marcus Green. I can never forgive him. Dying like that would be far too cheap for him." "Ethan," Olivia Lewis took my hand and spoke slowly. "In my past life, Sophia Taylor and I cut Marcus Green's flesh off him piece by piece." Her words made my whole body convulse. "You knew about the past life, too?" I looked at Olivia Lewis in disbelief. "How could that be?" "I wanted to come find you." Olivia Lewis curled her lip and went on to say some more details. After hearing it, my heart could not calm down for a long time. Sophia Taylor learned that Luna and I were dead and actually cruelly killed Marcus Green, then died by suicide. I really never expected that Olivia Lewis would also die for me. Luna and I were reborn after death. And Olivia Lewis, Sophia Taylor and Marcus Green were reborn, too. So, that's why Sophia Taylor suddenly treats Luna and me so well. And Marcus Green did have leukemia. But unlike in the previous life, he didn't force Sophia Taylor to personally secure an heir for him. So, that's why Olivia Lewis tracked me down right away and is thinking of going back to stop Marcus Green to make him disappear. No matter what, I won't make the same mistake again. I know Olivia Lewis's intentions, but I haven't recovered from the trauma yet. 1 month later, Olivia Lewis handed the Lewis Group over to professional managers and moved in to live with me. She was very kind to Luna and me, and I slowly grew accustomed to her care. I heard that Sophia Taylor was rescued, but her uterus was punctured, so she can no longer have children. Time passed quickly. Half a year passed. After Sophia Taylor recovered, she often came to see me and Luna. When Olivia Lewis was there, she didn't cause a scene, she just switched up her tactics and kept lavishing attention on Luna. Seeing Luna happy, I didn't stop her either. I asked Luna why she would forgive Aunt Sophia. She said, "Dad, I haven't forgiven her. I'm listening to Mom Olivia. Give her a chance to make it up properly." "Dad, when will you and Mom Olivia give me a little brother?" Olivia Lewis and I exchanged a smile. What Sophia Taylor owes me and Luna, she could never make up for in this lifetime. But what I owe Olivia Lewis, I can make amends for. A few months later, I married Olivia Lewis, who was very pregnant. We held the wedding in my family's courtyard. Sophia Taylor was Olivia Lewis's bridesmaid, and Luna was the flower girl. The elders and fellow villagers are guests. What I didn't expect was that Olivia Lewis's parents, Mr. Lewis and Mrs. Lewis, came and brought a lot of dowry. 3 months later, my son Eli Johnson was born. Sophia Taylor moved straight in the house to take care of Olivia Lewis and Luna and the baby. I did not refuse because I'm going to New York to inherit the Lewis Group. During this time, I sensed Sophia Taylor's remorse and her genuine feelings toward Olivia Lewis and Luna. Only then did I feel safe entrusting them to her. But that doesn't mean I can forgive her. The hatred for my past life, I will not forgive it in this life. Another year passed. Luna started elementary school and Eli was already babbling. Sophia Taylor, against her parents' wishes, gave the Taylor Group to Luna, and I managed it. She also said she would stay at my home for the rest of her life and grow old alongside her sister, Olivia. 18 years later, Luna grew up and married a very ambitious young man, Noah Davis, who came for the countryside. Olivia Lewis, Sophia Taylor, and I did not object. Only Luna's younger brother, Eli, who had gone to college, cried his eyes out, just like the snot-nosed kid he had been. In the blink of an eye, a year passed and Luna had a child, a girl. We were all a little older. I stepped down from the president positions of Lewis Group and Taylor Group, handing them to Luna and Noah Davis, respectively. As for Eli, his ambitions lay elsewhere. I love traveling around the world. As long as I have food and clothing for life, that's enough. I never expected fools to have lucky breaks. He actually married the only daughter of the richest man, Chloe King. Huh? Inheritance issues. I don't have to worry about them anymore. We're getting old again. In the blink of an eye, it was almost 60. Sophia Taylor had old injuries. As she aged, her bodily functions couldn't keep up, and she left this world first. When she passed, it was peaceful. When Olivia Lewis and I were sorting through her things, we found a diary she had written. Pages were filled with dense, tiny handwriting. There were confessions about past lives. She said that she only realized how much she loved us after discovering that Luna and I had died. She also said that in her past life, she had really acted purely to help Marcus Green. I never expected that my actions would cost Luna and me our lives. So, she took a revenge on Marcus Green like a maniac. After Olivia Lewis found him, the two of them tortured Marcus Green together. In the end, they committed suicide together. There are records of this life as well. They say she had sadness, had confusion, and also envied Olivia Lewis. On the last page, a few sentences were written. Husband, I'm sorry I wronged you in my past life. I still can't repay it in this one. Thank you for giving me the chance to stay by you and Luna's side to watch the child grow up and start a family. I am very happy. Luna, I'm sorry Mom was wrong. Will you forgive Mom? On the day Sophia Taylor was buried, the whole family was present. Luna placed a bunch of white chrysanthemums down and said softly, Mom, I forgive you. I didn't say anything. Holding Olivia Lewis's hand, I turned and left. We're going to travel the world. In this life, I will never forgive Sophia.